Dating in your 50s, part 2. First dates and immediate regret. Quick question. Have you ever gotten dressed for a first date and thought, wow, this outfit says emotionally available, but also needs lumbar support? Because dating in your 50s, you are brave, you are tired, and you are about to meet a stranger from the internet who thinks his best angle is from 2009. Now comes the moment where you leave the house on purpose to meet Antonio. So buckle up and adjust your waistbands of lies and emotionally prepare to learn way too much about someone's gallbladder before the appetizer arrives. Welcome back to The Struggle Continues. If you're here for part 2, congratulations! You know I survived the swiping phase of Humble or Bumble or whatever app it was. I was so cute back then. I was so full of hope. I was so remarkably stupid. Because now I actually agreed to meet a stranger from the internet in a public place where people can see me. Our parents spent our youth screaming, "Don't talk to strange people. They'll harvest your organs." And here we are 40 years later saying, okay, but Antonio says he's a Virgo and he owns a kayak. So maybe I'll give him one kidney? This is the first date episode. It's where your imagination meets reality, and reality is wearing socks with sandals and talking about his gallbladder. Let's get into it. So the day of the first date for me is like a 12-hour cycle of grief. I woke up and immediately started looking for an act of God to save me. I was looking at the ceiling like, do I feel a scratchy throat? Is this C-19? Or maybe it's the bubonic plague. Please let it be the bubonic plague. I started negotiating with the universe. Okay, God, if he texts me a good morning gift with a cartoon cat, I'm legally allowed to fake my own death at this point. And then, of course, the universe, which loves to laugh at me, of course, delivered the cat. Now, me getting ready in my 20s was about the vibe. Getting ready in your 50s is more about structural integrity. I'm not asking, is this sexy? I'm asking myself, can I digest a salad in this without my waistband becoming a tourniquet? If I have to make a run for it, can I squint in these wedges? Does this scream, I'm fun, or I have 3 cats and I have a favorite spatula? So I try on the funeral, but make it flirty dress. Then I'm in the cool mom jeans. I look in the mirror and the mirror is looking back at me like, listen, we're doing the best with the material we're provided. So I arrived 10 minutes early because I'm a professional. I'm not there to be fashionably late anymore. I'm there to scope out the exit and identify which waiters look good for the fake emergency phone call. And Antonio walks in and my brain goes, oh, Antonio doesn't look like his picture. Antonio looks like his picture if, I don't know, maybe it had been left in a damp basement for 15 years. He's 3 inches shorter, 2 decades more tired, and he's wearing a t-shirt that says "World's Greatest Grandpa." The struggle began before the water was even poured. Here comes the awkward part, as if it wasn't awkward already. The greeting. It's a nightmare going on in my head. Do I give him a hug? Is it a handshake? Is it that weird A-frame where you lean your torso in, stay about 4 feet apart because you're both afraid of breaking a hip? I sort of did the sympathy pat on the shoulder, like you're a comforting widow. I'm already 100% over it, and I haven't even seen the menu yet. The conversation starts, and within 4 minutes, Antonio has bypassed hobbies and gone straight to the great divorce of 2014. I mean, nobody dates in their 50s. We're just exchanging casualty lists. He said, I don't trust women because my ex took the lawnmower. He said, I'm spiritually enlightened, but I'm currently being sued by my business partner. I was thinking, sir, this is Panera. I just wanted a bread bowl, not a front row seat to your deposition. I found myself nodding, saying, wow, that's crazy, which is my universal code for I am no longer listening and I am mentally calculating how much wine is in my fridge at home. Eventually, the date became an episode of Grey's Anatomy. We started comparing warranties. He mentioned his sciatica. I countered with my gluten intolerance. He talked about his CPAP machine. I mentioned my nightly ritual of 12 supplements and a prayer. We're not actually flirting. We're checking each other's pulses to see who's going to outlive the appetizer. The check comes. I did the tactical reach for my purse, which, fight me in the comments, I was never going to pay for that meal. He did the I've got it look, but he looked slightly pained. Then here comes the lie, the big one. He says, we should do this again. Why? Why did he say that? I guess we're polite and we're terrified of silence. I walked to my car, locked the door, and sat in total darkness for 6 minutes just to remember who I am. Here's the thing. I didn't go because I'm desperate. I went because despite the sciatica and the bad gift, I still believe there's someone there who will make the struggle feel like a team sport. It takes more guts in your 50s than at 25. I'm a warrior in sensible heels now. I get home, I take off the waistband of lies, and I promise I'm done. I'm deleting that app. I'm joining a convent, and at this point, I'm becoming a professional bird watcher. That vow lasted exactly 11 days because hope is a persistent devil. Next episode, second date with Antonio. You know, the one where I ignored all the red flags we just discussed because Antonio sent me a text and it was spelled correctly. Thank you for watching The Struggle Continues. Subscribe and maybe tell me about one of your date horror stories so I can read it next week. And the struggle, unfortunately, it continues always. Bye. Oh, weren't supposed to see my shorts.